And what do we have going on? Well, the NFL Network Now is coming up, and we'll let you know what's happening with those big guys in the big leagues making the big bucks. And speaking of that, rapper Kanye West is no longer going by that name. A judge approved his petition to change his name to Ye. Yeah, okay, now he's just Ye. A long-time nickname. Yay. Yeah, that's also what pretty much anyone who knows him says whenever he leaves the room. Yay. Oh, boy. Let's hear it for Yay. Really strange dude. The NFL Network Now. Yeah, the NFL full of some strange dudes as well. But let's see what's happening there.
I'm Taylor Bisciotti with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One radio network. The Browns lead the NFL in rushing offense so far this season behind the two-headed monster of Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. But that monster is going to need some new faces when they face the Broncos Thursday night on NFL Network. Both Chubb and Hunt are dealing with calf injuries and have been ruled out of Thursday's game. Hunt landed on injured reserve and will miss at least 3 weeks. As if being without their two top backs wasn't enough, Browns quarterback Baker Mayfield revealed Tuesday he has a completely torn labrum in his left shoulder, but plans to keep playing through the injury. Ravens All-Pro Ronnie Stanley won't be playing at all. The left tackle will undergo season-ending ankle surgery. He played in just one game this season. In other news, the Giants placed starting left tackle Andrew Thomas on injured reserve, while the Titans' first-round pick Caleb Farley suffered an ACL tear Monday night and is done for the season. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One radio network.
Did you know the arrow in Amazon's logo represents A to Z? Maybe the My Computer Career logo should represent unemployed to employed. Ryan was out of work when he started classes in March. In September, he started his IT career, working for Amazon, making more money than he ever thought possible. Here's a prime opportunity. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. You could start your new life as an IT pro in as little as 4 months. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
At Lowe's, we believe fashion and function should live together, especially when it comes to flooring. That's why we put together a showroom with the top stylish brands like Bruce Hardwood, SmartCore Luxury Vinyl, and Satori Tile, all known for their reliable durability. See everything our showroom has in store for you. Order now and get it installed with help from Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. Install available in-store only and through independent contractors. See Lowe's.com for details and licensing. U.S. only.
We are the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO El Centro, California. Good morning, Gene.
Good morning, Carroll.
Well, a couple of things.
Just a couple?
Yeah, we're going to jump into the local news a little bit early because we have the mayor of El Centro and the mayor of Brawley.
Yes.
Okay, it's getting crowded in the newsroom.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Please turn the air conditioner on. Okay.
Yeah. But I want to send out, good luck to the Millard South Patriots A team. And that is a flag football team that my grandson JJ plays on. They are entering, and for that matter, they are playing their first game in the regional tournament right now.
As we speak, huh?
Yes.
All right.
So it's a regional tournament today. They will play a series of football games. It's flag football. And then the top 4 teams from today's regional tournament will move on to the state tournament Sunday.
Where will they go statewide?
Well, they're in Omaha. I think they will be either in Omaha or Lincoln.
Lincoln, okay.
And Lincoln is about 40 minutes away.
Well, good luck, JJ, and have a good time. Of course, yes. JJ can't hear me right now, but...
Yes, but we let him know that we are thinking of him.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's got to be exciting.
He is. And, the whole idea is he's having a lot of fun.
That's it. Don't spoil it. Let them have fun.
Are you ready for some birthdays?
I'm ready for birthdays.
Our big
got
shot,
lots of news.
Yeah, our big shot birthdays. Actor And then she became a nun. Dolores Hart. She was in the movie Where the Boys Are, also with Elvis in King Creole. And after her acting career, well, actually, as it was getting underway, turned away from Hollywood and became a nun. Actor William Russ is 71. Actor Melanie Mayron is 69. Actor Viggo Mortensen, 63. Drummer Jim Sonnefeld of Hootie and the Blowfish, 57. Actor Kenneth Choi, 50. Snoop Dogg is 50. Actor, comedian Dan Fogler is 45. Actor Sam Witwer is 44. Actor John Krasinski, 42. Actor Katie Featherston is 39. Actor Jennifer Nicole Freeman is 36. Local birthdays, are you ready?
Coming up right now. Yeah,
Right.
I'm ready.
Here they are. We have birthday greetings going out today to Shirley Riven, Ruth Garcia, Rudy Cianas, Martha Garcia, Estelle Wise, Dionica Nangoyan, Kat Lay, Bruce Baylog, Amy Aho, Maribel Gomez, Donald Gowdy, Antonio Ibarra Jr., Gracie Keating, Cassandra Estrada, Belinda Ramirez, Irma Rangel, Albert Aguilar, twins Daniel and David Mendoza, twins Nick and David Benavides. Happy birthday from KXO.
And
Okay.
many more.
And I am a firm believer that if Rudy Cianas was a left-hander, he'd still be pitching in the major leagues. So, left-handed pitching is at a premium.
Yeah, I haven't seen Rudy lately.
Okay. Are you ready for news?
I'm ready.
We're going to jump in early with a look at World and California news headlines brought to you right now by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist.
CBS News special report. A judge in Florida has just accepted guilty pleas from the gunman who killed 17 people at Stoneman Douglas High School in one of the worst school massacres in U.S. history.
To count one of the indictment, murder in the first degree of victim Luke Hoyer. How do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
Former student, 23-year-old Nicholas Cruz, is hoping to avoid the death penalty. Judge Elizabeth Scherer explained to him,
Do you understand that if you're on death row waiting to be sentenced, you can't say, you know what, that wasn't a good strategy. Maybe I should have gone to trial and required the state to prove it. It will be too late at that time. Do you understand?
I understand.
Fred Gutenberg's 14-year-old daughter was among Cruz's victims.
I want that killer to pay for this with his life.
The judge hopes testimony can begin in the penalty phase of the trial in January. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news: what could be a week's worth of rain moving into the northern region of the state, with emergency officials warning residents who live near burn-scarred areas to be prepared to leave if the rain causes mud and debris flows.
The biggest thing we want people to just understand is that even after the fire's gone, risk remains, and just taking the steps to be diligent and be prepared.
Cal OES's Brian Ferguson: unvaccinated Los Angeles City employees will be fired if they don't have their COVID shots or a valid exemption by December 18th. Police Chief Michael Moore worried about losing officers.
What my hope is, and our commitment as a city and as a chief, is that every member of this organization, sworn as civilian, become vaccinated, and that we follow the science.
The vaccination deadline for city employees actually hit at midnight, but under an agreement with local unions, employees who aren't vaccinated get 60 more days to comply. San Francisco State University offering 10 free tuitions to future students between the ages of 12 and 17. Applicants have to be San Francisco residents and have at least one dose of the Pfizer vaccine. Jeff Scott, California News.
World and California news headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. your year-round comfort specialist.
It's JCPenney's lowest prices of the season, and leaves aren't the only thing falling. Our prices are too. Thursday to Sunday only. Save with thousands of deals throughout the store, like Cook's or Black & Decker kitchen appliances, $17.88 each. Women's fall booties, now $24.88 a pair. And the best part, these prices are so low, no coupons needed. New fall styles, great fall savings. JCPenney. Offer valid on select items 10/21 through 10/24. Season refers to 9/7 to 10/24. Some exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
Cleanliness and safety are essential to the success of any business. That's why Cintas has introduced our Total Clean program, a one-of-a-kind service that includes scheduled deliveries of essential cleaning supplies, hygienically cleaned uniforms, and on-site sanitizer and disinfectant services to help eliminate germs. Learn what the Cintas Total Clean program can do for you.
Oh, I'm ready!
Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
It's page one of the local news, page one of service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Taking a look at the latest in local news, the El Centro City Council met last night. Here is a visit with Mayor Cheryl Walker.
At the meeting last night, the El Centro City Council issued a proclamation declaring October 2021 as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Gina Vargas, who is the executive director at Woman Haven, was present to accept the proclamation and to update the council on Woman Haven services and activities, including an event this Saturday at Buckley Park. The Be Purple for a Change event is scheduled in Buckley Park from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. As Ms. Vargas explained, it'll be a festival and resource fair to raise awareness of the many services offered at no cost by Women Haven in their efforts to end domestic violence. Also recognized last night was National Community Planning Month, as well as National Accountant Day. We also then recognized the efforts of our code enforcement officers. El Centro's amazing code enforcement officer, Anna Garcia, was present and was thanked by the council for her work, not only with her department, but also in collaboration with other city departments, as well as external agencies where they address just a host of issues: graffiti, blight, cleanup of dilapidated properties. They've been very active in downtown, as well as efforts to assist our homeless individuals and the challenges that they bring and services that they need. On the consent agenda, we approved a new project at Buckley Park. This is going to be really exciting. It's going to be a challenge course designed for youth and teens. As a result of surveys, the community really thought we needed more opportunities for youth and teens to get exercise. And so this challenge course will be coming to Buckley Park, unique to Buckley Park, and it will feature things like sway steps and a traverse wall and agility pods. So we're really excited about this new feature project at Buckley Park. The council then unanimously voted to rename El Centro Skate Park as the Brett Driscoll Sidewinder Skate Park. As many of you know, Brett Driscoll was an amazing individual and an advocate for all types of sports, and in particular, skate sports and the skate park. In fact, Brett was one of the very first people to approach the council about building a permanent skate park, which was completed in 2015. It was noted at the meeting last night that Brett died exactly 2 years ago of the renaming of the skate park. He passed on October 19, 2019 at the age of 56. In the final action of the evening, the council approved our special events calendar, which will run from this month through July of 2022. We have just a host of really fantastic events that will be held throughout the city. Beginning this Friday, we're going to have a Trunk and Treat haunted house, which will be at Big Stark and at the Stark Field parking lot. That'll be on this Friday, October 21st from 5 to 7:30. We also have, a floating pumpkin patch on October 23rd. course, we have the mobile Vietnam Memorial Wall coming up in Buckley Park, November 10 through 15. Early December, we'll have our Christmas tree lighting, as well as December 4th, our Christmas parade. So be on the lookout for all of those events, again, that will run from October through July of next year. The next meeting of the El Centro City Council will be on November 2nd at 6 p.m. We wish all of you a fantastic day.
KXO News Time 742.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers have the best price on name brand tires sold at Quick Lane, guaranteed. Just ask your Quick Lane service advisor. Now we're talking the best brands available: Michelin, Continental, Pirelli, Dunlap, Kelly, Bridgestone, and more. And we're talking the best price. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. Quick Lane in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 in Julia Drive, and on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less in El Centro.
The Brawley City Council also met last night. Here is Mayor Luke Hamby.
During the public comment section, Police Chief Jimmy Duran introduced our newest police commander, Jonathan Blackstone, and new Sergeant Ricardo Gutierrez. NAF Base Commander William Perkins stopped in to introduce himself to council, express his support for Brawley, and give an update on planned air show activities on base. We heard a presentation from representatives of Indy Dwell, a modular home manufacturer that will soon be breaking ground in Brawley, and Rancho Los Lagos, a conceptualized development with hopes of being built on the south edge of Brawley. After approval of the consent agenda, we held a public hearing to discuss and adopt the 2021 to 2029 Housing Element Update and Negative Declaration. We approved amendments to 2 ordinances having to do with accessory dwelling units and the density bonus program. Next, we heard an in-depth presentation on the upcoming utility user tax ballot initiative, specifically what cuts will have to be made in each department funded by the general fund if the measure does not pass on November 2nd. As each of the affected departments provides high visibility services to the community, a grim picture was painted for anyone watching the meeting. For regular business, we heard a COVID-19 statistics update from Fire Chief Mike York. Basically, we're maintaining status quo, and the hope is that we'll be allowed to reduce restrictions in the near future. We then discussed and adopted a resolution authorizing the examination of sales, use, and transaction tax records by Hinder Leader de Llamas. Next, we discussed and approved a request by Brawley Meat Market for a Type 21 ABC license for off-site sale of beer, wine, and liquor. One council member recused himself due to his place of business being in close proximity to the meat market, and the remaining 4 council members voted 3-1 to approve. We discussed and approved a memorandum of understanding between the Brawley Police Department and the Imperial County District Attorney's Office Victim Witness Assistance Program. We then discussed and approved a deferral of impact fees for 2 projects submitted by G4 Construction. The fees were deferred until final inspection or 12 months, whichever comes sooner. We're excited to announce that Brawley's signature event, Cattle Call, will be happening this year with all of its typical events, starting with the Chili Cook-Off on November 6th, Mariachi Festival on November 10th, the parade on Saturday morning the 13th, and the rodeo on Saturday and Sunday the 13th and 14th. You're all invited to Brawley to come enjoy the festivities. Our next meeting will be on Tuesday, November 2nd at 6 p.m., and will be live streamed on Facebook at City of Brawley at 6 p.m. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful day, and be kind to each other.
And that concludes this edition of Local News.
Page 1 of the local news, the service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 in Julia Drive, and on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less in El Centro. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Has COVID-19 made it hard to pay your rent or utilities? Are you worried about eviction? Get the help you need now. The California COVID-19 Rent Relief Program covers 100% of your unpaid rent and utilities to help you remain in your home. Apply for rent relief now and let your landlord know you've applied so you can avoid eviction. The application is fast and you won't be asked about citizenship. Apply today at housingiskey.com or call 833-430-2122. Sponsored by the state of California.
Page 2 of the local news and weather brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for questions about life insurance, health insurance, auto and home insurance as well.
Continuing with more local news, a bit of a surge in active COVID-19 cases. George Gale has more.
Updated COVID-19 numbers were issued Tuesday morning. The numbers are released by the County Public Health Department. Latest numbers indicate there are 452 active cases of COVID-19 in Imperial County. That is up from the 414 reported last Thursday. Deaths attributed to the virus are also up slightly at 764. There are still 14 COVID-positive patients hospitalized in Imperial County. 2 of those are in intensive care. Total number of COVID vaccine doses administered in Imperial County are closing in on 268,000. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Governor Gavin Newsom has issued a proclamation expanding the drought emergency statewide. Yesterday's proclamation adds Imperial County as well as Los Angeles, Orange, Riverside, San Bernardino, San Francisco, Ventura, and Orange counties to the state of emergency that was originally declared in July. The executive order calls on Californians to voluntarily reduce water use by 15% compared to 2020. The proclamation also requires local water suppliers to implement water shortage contingency plans that are responsive to local conditions and to prepare for the possibility of a third dry year. And in other news, Prescription Drug Take-Back Day is around the corner. Here's more on the story.
It is this Saturday. It's a national event organized by the Drug Enforcement Administration. The event will be held Saturday from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. It's a chance to get rid of unwanted medications, expired medications, and disposing of them correctly by bringing them to a designated drop-off location. In Imperial County, drop-off location is at Starbucks at 2365 4th Street in El Centro. In Yuma, the drop-off location is at the Yuma County Sheriff's Office Foothills Substation at 131190 East South Frontage Road. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
We'll be back with a look at the weather.
Have you received notice that your Medicare health plan is changing or going away? Are you turning 65 soon, or are you newly eligible to Medicare and have questions about your Medicare options? Then give David or Jose a call at David H. West Insurance to learn about the ABCs of Medicare. Don't delay. Call David H. West Insurance Services now at 760-352-3411. That's 760-352-3411. That's David H. West Insurance.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
The National Weather Service says dry, tranquil conditions are expected over the next several days, with temperatures warming to around normal starting tomorrow and lasting through the weekend. A slight cool down and breezy to possibly windy conditions will be likely early next week as a strong low-pressure system tracks mostly to the north of our region. This system may also bring a chance of precipitation to the region at some point early next week, but chances may be limited to higher terrain areas. 79 our high yesterday, 51 the low. Sunny today with a high near 83. West-southwest wind around 5 miles an hour, becoming north in the afternoon. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 57. North wind around 5 miles an hour, becoming south after midnight. Thursday will be sunny with a high near 86. West-southwest wind around 5 miles an hour, becoming north in the afternoon. 55 degrees, 50% relative humidity, wind out of the west at 325 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance plans and Medicare supplemental coverage.
At Burgers and Beer, we want you to be happy. Live happy, work happy. Most of all, we want you to celebrate whatever makes you happy at Burgers and Beer. Bring your friends, bring your family, and let's make time for a good time. All the drinks, all the food, and great service too. Everything you need is right here at Burgers and Beer. Burgers and Beer, the best burgers in town.
It's Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Major League Baseball, the Dodgers slipped by the Braves 6-5. That series, Atlanta leads 2-1. The Astros and the Red Sox, well, the Astros came from behind and punched out the Red Sox 9-2. That best of 7 series tied at 2 games apiece. Oh, and the NBA got underway. The Warriors whipped the Lakers. What? 121-114. And the Bucks beat up on the Nets, 127-104. And the high-powered agent who represents Sacramento Kings forward Marvin Bagley issued a rare public rebuke of the team's treatment of his client on the eve of his final season under contract. Sacramento has informed Marvin Bagley is not in the opening night rotation, which is completely baffling, Jeff Schwartz said. Yeah, Jeff, I know it's money in your pocket. That would concern me, too.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Kxo and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
Well, it's Thursday night football tomorrow night. It'll be the Broncos and the Browns. And also Thursday night football, a game we will feature on AM 1230 and on our YouTube channel, the El Centro City Championship game, the Mayor's Trophy online. It'll be Southwest hosting the Central Spartans. John Driffel and I on the air at 6:45 p.m. on AM 1230 and on our YouTube channel. Friday night, the Imperial Tigers and Kxo Bulldogs meet in an important IVL game. You can join Mickey Dale and George Grijalva for all the action on the KXO website, kxoradio.com. And Friday night, Imperial and Kxo live on AM 1230 KXO. That's it for Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District.
Since 1901, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has provided the finest printing and copying services from start to finish. When you choose Imperial Printers Rocket Copy, you can feel confident in our expertise and personal attention to your project. We have a team of professional graphic designers ready to take your ideas and make them a reality. From promotional merchandise, full-color brochures, blueprints, and high-speed copies to business forms and everything else in between, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers dependable and affordable quality printing. Thank you for choosing locally owned and operated Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. We have convenient locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley.
Financial news and a brief look at weather, all brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. Facing a mounting supply chain crisis, the White House is exploring whether to deploy the National Guard to ease the crisis, but sources say that's not likely to happen. Asked if the White House would consider bringing in the National Guard or Navy to help unload cargo stacked up at ports or drive trucks, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said yesterday, "I'm not here to take options off the table." Meanwhile, the UK competition regulator has slapped Facebook with a $70 million fine for repeatedly ignoring warnings and deliberately breaking its rules. The Competition and Markets Authority said in a statement Wednesday that Facebook has consciously refused to report all the required information during an investigation of the tech giant's acquisition of online database Giphy. The regulator issued an initial enforcement order related to the takeover in June 2020, requiring the companies to compete against each other as usual and halt any integration efforts during the investigation. But as usual, Facebook said, we're Facebook, we don't care. The big board on Wall Street, the Dow Jones Industrial is up 167 points at 35,624. S&P 500 up 17 at 4,537. The NASDAQ up 27 at 15,156. Meanwhile, gold up $13.50 an ounce. Oil up 59 cents a barrel. And speaking of the White House and plans, well, the White House is ready to roll out their plan for kids aged 5 through 11 to get the COVID vaccine.
Southwest Security Company is a locally owned security company protecting your property or your business and now offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. Plus, they added Southwest Postal with post office boxes you can access 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, with shipping services too, using DHL, UPS, and FedEx. They're conveniently located at the corner of Heil and 4th Street in El Centro. And if you need something notarized, they can do that too. You can count on Southwest Security and Southwest Postal for 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
We'll have sunny skies today with a high near 83, west-southwest wind about 5 miles an hour, then turning out of the north this afternoon. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 57. North wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming south after midnight. Thursday, sunny with a high near 86. West-southwest wind around 5 miles an hour, becoming north in the afternoon. 56 degrees, 40% relative humidity, wind out of the west at 5 to 7 miles an hour. Air quality good everywhere except moderate in Calexico, moderate at the University in Mexicali, unhealthy for sensitive groups right at the border. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services, offering 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil, El Centro.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services, from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 56 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
CBS News is next. If you want to set your clock at the tone, it's exactly 8 o'clock.
Is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Steve Kathan. Guilty plea this morning in one of the worst school shootings in U.S. history.
To count one of the indictment, murder in the first degree of victim Luke Hoyer. How do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
To count two of the
Nicholas
indictment.
Cruz pleading guilty to the 17 deaths at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, Valentine's Day 2018.
I accept your plea of guilty. I find that you are alert and intelligent, that you had made an informed decision with the advice of counsel.
The judge will now hand things over to a penalty jury. It will determine whether the 23-year-old former student of the school will get the death penalty or life in prison. Moments ago, Cruz addressed the court.
I am very sorry for what I did, and I have to live with it every day. And that if I were to get a second chance, I will do everything in my power to try to help others. And I am doing this for you, and I do not care if you do not believe me.
The rollout's begun now on a plan to vaccinate children ages 5 to 11 in anticipation of the government's authorization of the Pfizer shot for that age group. White House coronavirus coordinator Jeff Zients says the idea is to make it easy for parents.
Tens of thousands of local pharmacies across the country will offer vaccinations for kids. And hundreds of community health centers and rural health centers will be ready to vaccinate kids. We're also collaborating with the Children's Hospital Association to work with more than 100 children's hospitals across the country.
Well, New York City today imposed a vaccine mandate for city workers to take hold for most at the start of next month. This includes police and firefighters. Those who refuse will be put on unpaid leave. The city says the current vaccination rate for those employees is at 71%. A full House vote expected tomorrow after the committee investigating the Capitol attack found former Trump advisor Steve Bannon in contempt for refusing a subpoena to testify. CBS's Nicole Killian.
If Steve Bannon is found guilty and criminally charged, he could face a fine of up to $100,000 and jail time for up to a year.
On the Health Watch, CBS's Vicki Barker on something that could transform the field of organ transplants.
Scientists genetically altered a pig to eliminate a sugar that is incompatible with human biochemistry. A kidney from that pig was then transplanted into a brain-dead human and observed for more than 2 days. The kidney functioned normally, and there were no signs of rejection.
With COVID deaths hitting new daily highs in Russia, Vladimir Putin is ordering workers to stay home for a week later on this month and urging people to get vaccinated. Wall Street, right now the Dow is up 148 points. This is CBS News.
There's always something new under the sun. CBS Mornings, weekdays on CBS.
So I heard from my friend's neighbor's sister that Kohl's has the lowest prices of the season and had to go see for myself. The deals, they're so good. I got a cute pair of sew boots for $24.99, my favorite jeans for $14.99, and the big one towels and pillows for $2.99, which will come in handy for holiday guests. I even got some Kohl's cash, so gonna go back for a pumpkin candle or two. Gotta live my best fall life. Select styles ends October 24th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
It's JCPenney's lowest prices of the season, and leaves aren't the only thing falling. Our prices are too. Thursday to Sunday only. Save with thousands of deals throughout the store, like Kxo or Black & Decker kitchen appliances, $17.88 each. Women's fall booties, now $24.88 a pair. And the best part, these prices are so low, no coupons needed. New fall styles, great fall savings. JCPenney. Offers valid on select items 10/21 through 10/24. Season refers to 9/7 to 10/24. Some exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
Oh, yeah.
A top streaming company executive has had a chance to hit the rewind button on a controversy that's roiled his company.
The head of Netflix says he, quote, screwed up when he defended Dave Chappelle's new stand-up special.
I am not saying that to say that trans women aren't women.
Ted Sarandos says he was wrong not to acknowledge the pain the comedian's transphobic remarks have had on some of the streamer's employees. Still, the CEO has no plans to remove the closer from the platform. A trans employee group is encouraging all Netflix workers to take today off in protest. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Legoland's Florida Resort says a standalone Peppa Pig theme park will open there in February. It'll feature rides and attractions designed around the animated British TV character that's a big hit here. One-day tickets will top $30. I'm Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Oil drilling investments involve a high degree of risk and are only suitable for SEC-accredited investors. Attention high net worth investors. Oil and gas investments have always been an ideal tax advantage and have been a way to invest and take a 100% write-off. The new administration is threatening to take this away. Take advantage now before it's too late. Invest in domestic oil drilling for a full tax credit this year. When you invest in oil, you get a 100% tax write-off. The pent-up demand from the pandemic has created the perfect storm for oil prices to soar. Support domestic U.S. oil and natural gas drilling and make your patriotic investment to get a complete 100% tax deduction write-off. If you are liquid for a $100,000 investment, call Encore Energy at 800-287-6691. That's 800-287-6691. 800-287-6691. That's 800-287-6691.
Carroll Buckley.
Everybody's talking about you.
Carroll Buckley.
You're the talk of the town.